the international level as kind of standards in all the ways, physical, technical, tactical. And you have to approach with this kind of attention that you are not going to play Liga, you are going to play Leagues of Nations, for example. Feelings that we lived all together in the last 3 years. Also, people could earn, could build a bigger feeling for the national team, a bigger importance for the national team.
Hello, coach. So it's quite early morning. How was your breakfast?
Nice.
Nice.
As usual.
Yeah, and Styrk and Wałcz. You have two places where you used to kind of have your training camp. Where you prefer to prepare?
Look, it's really difficult to say it after a few days, but here in Wałcz I felt very, very, very good, and working conditions are great. I have a big feeling for Styrk because it's where I started my journey with Poland, so I cannot now already say bad things, but here I felt very well.
Yeah, okay. And we go to the volleyball, and this is the new beginning of the Olympic cycle leading up to the Olympic Games in LA. And a kind of new approach to build the team that before the Olympic Games in Paris. How do you see this process?
We are just at the beginning, you know. I think that before Paris, with 1 year less, coming new with some, let's say, more experienced players in a bunch of the ones that were used to work with the national team, it was much about finding a way to qualify first and then optimizing the situation, let's say. And now we can start with the experiences that we made in the past and trying to build a new future, but with more times in front of us. And so it's a good feeling because we have the consciousness that you can start to see those for the future.
Yeah, and you have, okay, like...
But then you will need to qualify again for the Olympics.
Yeah.
It's not something that...
Yeah, of course. It's not gonna come by itself.
Yeah.
You have to work for it, of course. But you have like Vinal, and then you have a World Championship and kind of good results on this tournament. And then you have other option to test as much player as you can. What is more important on this time for you?
I think that you have to find a good balance in this meaning, because you know, it's really important for me to watch players. Also, have been really, really important in these days to have the opportunity to work with them directly on the court. And there will be probably somebody that will have the opportunity to test. But at the same time, we don't have to, you know, to give as a gift opportunities. Also, playing for the national team is still something that you have to deserve and to show that you are, let's say, at the level needed, or that you will soon be at the level needed. All these girls, they've been really dedicated. I really like to work with them. I'm talking for the ones that were here in these days. Probably there are also others that can be considered, of course. But I mean, we have to invest on the future, but at the same time, we have to take care about the result and being competitive. One of the main goal, in my opinion, is to be first to confirm what we did in the past years. So this requires kind of commitment and quality. So I think that we have to find the right balance. We don't have to. So doors are open for everybody for sure, and the future is for the youngins, for sure. But at the same time, they have to deserve it.
Yeah, of course. And is there any particular players you are like very eager or waiting to see in this international environment, in the international competitions?
Well, the ones that you will see in the court, for sure.
Yeah, of course, that's for sure. But from the league, what you saw, because I get for sure you saw a lot of players, like all of them, in the court on the league. But there is some you are like waiting.
Yeah, you know, it's always, in my opinion, not super nice to speak individually about the players. For sure, the league is something that I could follow, and the guys of the staff
Yeah.
can help me having an important focus on that, because most of them, they were working on the league. Casper, the statistic that was with me in Milano, used to update me also in terms of number. Every week we were talking about the matches. But let's say one thing is the Tauron Liga, one thing the international level. So many times it's difficult to let's say to judge in the proper way this kind of situation of difference, because what it works in the Tauron Liga, what it is good to perform in the Tauron Liga, can be a standard that for the international volleyball should be totally different for being successful. Though for sure there
Or not enough.
or not enough, or just different, because I don't like to paint as, you know, somebody not enough for this or not enough for who I am.
Yeah, but it's
So who am I to say that? But for sure, the international level has kind of standards in all the ways, physical, technical, tactical.
yeah.
And you have to approach with this kind of attention, that you are not going to play Tauro Liga, you are going to play Leagues of Nations, for example. And without giving any judgment, just understanding that can be some different, in some ways, different volleyballs.
Yeah, true. And then are there any players, they started the journey in Vouch, but for now they finished the journey here?
There are some players that this is the reason we started earlier.
Yeah.
Because of course it's very difficult to prepare for a competition, a group of 30 players. So that was what I wanted to do. This is also why I didn't take any holiday. I came 2 days after finishing the Champions League. Yeah. Exactly, because even if only 4 days, 5 days, I have the possibility to work with some of the players that I wanted to see, even if I could predict that maybe was a little early for taking a consistent part in the VNL. That was already in the plan, let's say, but I give great importance to what we could do and to the, of course, and I also can say that I really like the way that the girls approached to this opportunity, because they worked with in an amazing day. Maybe we got little less energies the last days, but the quality of the practices have been great, and I had the possibility to get many feedbacks. But this is, I mean, we try to use the time that we have in the best possible way. So at the very beginning, time is not so long. At a certain point, we have to prepare for the WNL, and we cannot prepare 30 players in the same way.
Impossible.
So I think we did things in the right way, and among these players, 30 players are the players in the list. So all of these players, they have a kind of consideration and importance. Some of them, they will participate to the competition, many of them. Some of them, they will keep working in Siatkarskie, trying to be in a good condition as backup in case of needs, because this is what we did every season, what everybody does. We cannot expect that we participate to a competition like this in 14, like VNL, for example, and you will never have any problem. Or in our case in particular, you don't have to give some space to other players. But it cannot be 500. So this is why I think that has been good to manage the situation like this, to have the opportunity to watch them, to have some of them still in activity for some weeks, even if they are not supposed to participate to the VNL, but everything can happen. And a big group of them involved in the UNL, and I think that at a certain point, when we are 3 weeks far from the competition, you have to prepare for the competition. So.
Yeah, of course, that's the goal for sure. But you cut it already, some players, or not?
From the list.
From the list.
From the list,
not yet.
I mean, all the ones that are in the list, it's possible that they participate to the VNL. Some of them more, some of them less, or as I told you, there are some of them that are also not supposed to participate, but ready to do it in case of needs.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you like for sure put a lot of like amazing spirit to this national team. Like I can see the different how I see the team, but in what way you would like to develop? What do you pay attention right now? Like especially some elements, the attitude of the team. Like what is the most important for you right now?
No, this is really important because let's say in these last 3 years we growth for sure, but we have to understand that there are still teams that work better than us. And so the first thing that I would like to have is a step ahead in the meaning of quality of the work. I could never complain that much about working with these girls, these groups in these summers. If I could complain, maybe was for the availability of players, because every season there are many players not available. But let's say for the way that we worked here, I don't have too much bad to say. But since there are teams that can play better, that can work better, so I'd like to increase, if possible, the quality of our work. And of course, I hope that also through the feelings that we lived all together in the last 3 years, also people could learn, could build a bigger feeling for the national team, a bigger importance for the national team, a bigger sense of, you know, participating, feeling involved, desiring to make it bigger, successful. And I felt that in the past maybe there have been some periods that was not so important, was not felt so important, but being part of the national team, trying to put this national team in among the best teams of the world. I think this is a kind of feeling that so I hope this is a kind of feeling that we awaken in the last years, and we can keep increasing in the next future.
Yeah, I hope that for sure. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to talk with you. So thank you so much.
Thank you to you.